Yo, what's good, y'all? It's your boy C Million. Welcome to 3.5 BC. We are back in the living room with it, and we got another guest. So this is Emanie.
Hi.
Imani's a good friend of mine, and some other people here as well. So we decided it'd be great to have her. It's always good to get a different opinion and stuff like that. We always bringing in people, some new perspectives every day. And it's just fun to expand our horizons aside from the original four. So we're going to have Emanie just introduce herself, tell a little about herself, and yeah.
Alright, so I'm Emanie, aka Emid. I like anime. I love drawing, painting, anything like in the creative sorts. I love tattoos and piercings, as you can see. I got a bunch. As well as I just like to do anything fun. I like animals a lot. That's actually one of my career goals, is to be a veterinary technician. But pretty much I'm just a chill person, that's all.
And tell them about your pets.
Oh my god. Okay, so I have 2 rats, as everyone says.
What?
They're guinea pigs. One is Axel, one's Baxter. But nah, those my babies though. But they don't do nothing.
W pet.
They useless.
But
I want to get like a duck and a turtle so I can have wonder pets.
A duck and a turtle?
Wonder pets.
I know what you're talking about, but aren't there like 4 of them?
It's only 3.
Oh, what is it, a guinea pig?
It's the duck and the turtle.
Who's the third one?
I got the guinea pig already.
Oh. Well, my fault for not remembering some shit I watched as a kid. But yeah, so that's Emanie. We wanted to follow up on the last topic that we had done, which was the whole superhero stuff that we did with our boy Howard in the last episode. Emanie has some things to say regarding Phase 4 of Marvel and Thor, the new movie that came out. So, spoilers, you can skip this part if you haven't seen the movie yet, because we are going to talk about it. You have the stage.
Okay, so for starters, I'm a huge Marvel fan. Watch all the movies. So, I recently went to see Thor, and that's like my favorite superhero. Like, I love Thor, but I was disappointed in it, like, so bad, because, like, you gotta think about it, like, he was the first superhero that came from space that we knew of, that we were introduced. Exactly, he's a god, and then, like, the way they downplayed him, like, dumped him down during the movies is, like, I didn't like that, because it's just, they gave him a comical type personality rather than him just being like, oh, God of Thunder and shit.
So you don't like Ragnarok?
No, I thought that was funny. I'm not gonna lie to you. I liked it, but basically the new Thor movie gave off that type of vibe, like just being comical. Like the storyline was just like really trash, to be honest. Like, I don't know. It was simple, basic stuff. Like, you know how everything led up in Marvel?
Yeah.
Like,
I feel like that started in the Endgame, because wasn't he fat and like acting mad funny?
That's what I think too.
That made sense though, because he got his
I
ass
noticed that. But the thing about it is, everybody left, and he's the only one who said he wanted to stay in Marvel. So I felt like they should have took him a little bit more serious. Like, I don't know. That's personally how I felt.
I feel like with the whole in-game shit, like him being fat and all that stuff, it was like it was more of like a character arc than it was like the movie making fun of him, because like he still got his shit done like at the end of the day in the final like fight.
Yeah.
I can't say much for Ragnarok, but when I was watching the trailer and like I talked to multiple people on how they felt about it, they all said it was like, bro, Thor don't even like feel like the same person anymore. Like he's not like the main character. And then there were some people who had problems with like Jane sharing the spotlight.
Oh, I hated that.
I don't know how you feel.
I hated that. Cause like for one, she just randomly came back in the second movie. If you guys watched Thor 2, I don't even really remember that, cause that's how irrelevant it was.
Nah, I don't remember.
But no, and then like she came back, right? So her whole thing was she had cancer, and like she came back because she thought like the hammer would save her from dying and stuff like that. That's the only reason I played.
Wait, is she a god?
No,
Yeah, well, she's not a
human.
god, but like
She's
she
a-
had the powers of it.
With
But
cancer?
yeah.
I didn't know.
She's a
But
human at
my
first,
thing is,
bro.
it doesn't make
Yeah,
sense,
she's
because how was she able, like literally, right? Thor was in the middle of a fight and she pulled up out of nowhere with his old hammer. Like, I'm like, how do you already know how to fight and do all that extra stuff? And then in the end, she just died. And I'm like, what's the point of you coming in the movie in the first place? Like,
Yeah,
So you didn't like the arc in the movie?
I didn't.
I heard that too. I heard that as
I
well.
heard people like that part though.
The main problem, like a common thing that I heard when speaking with people, they felt like the whole Jane thing, the way it got started was like very like out of nowhere. Like a lot of people said that they felt like they rushed her shit. Like they just gave her a problem and then they solved it within the next like half hour or so with the hammer and stuff like that. And I can understand that.
But you know, with that too, like remember in the second movie, she got possessed by the Tesseract, right? Which is a gem, a stone. But the thing is, in this movie, it was supposed to be that the only reason why she got that power was because like Thor, he made like a promise to his hammer to like have the hammer always protect her, and I was like, that's so cliche and cheesy. Like,
I personally like that.
what?
Like,
Wouldn't it make more sense that she was possessed by an Infinity Stone and that's where her power stemmed from? I feel like that would be better.
well, I was talking more about the hammer part. I kind of like that.
Oh, like the power thing?
I mean, it's cheesy, don't get me wrong, but it's cheesy, don't get me wrong, but it's Marvel. Like, I kind of expect that.
She's weird.
So how you feel about the new villain, Gore the God Butcher? As
First of all,
Bell?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I did like it, like his character as he played it, but I felt like his reasoning was stupid, like his daughter died, basically. And essentially, with the whole plot of it was he had to kill the gods to reach the center of the universe, and you get granted a wish. And my thing was, he was gonna wish for no gods to be like created or exist anymore. And I'm like, why didn't you just wish for your daughter? Like, I'm like, why didn't you just wish for that? And then at the end, he did it, but he was on the verge of death, so now he's like, damn, she's gonna be all alone. And then Thor adopted her, and I was like, now he got a daughter? Like, I was like, what is going on? Like, it's just, it's all over the place, basically, to tie it up. Like, nothing, phase 4, not leading nowhere. No connections.
That's a great way to segue into the next question I have for you. So how do you feel about phase 4 in general? You don't gotta go into specifics or whatever, just...
I don't know. Like I said, it's just all over the place. Hopefully, the writers of Marvel are able to connect everything together. But I ain't gonna lie, I'm not feeling it right now. Like, I'm not feeling Marvel.
Rate the movie out of 10.
We like Spider-Man, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, love Spider-Man.
Alright,
But
good. So we all on the same page.
Spider-Man.
Nah, I don't love Spider-Man. You talking about that one movie?
the
No Way
newest
Home.
one.
Huh?
Far From Home?
No Way Home.
I mean, no, yeah, my fault.
I didn't love it.
What?
The last one?
I thought-
Yeah, I didn't love
Hey,
it.
Rome
I
said
told
that-
you
Rome
that.
said
I told you
last-
that.
I swear up, bro.
It's alright.
Toby
Did he
Toby Maguire was in it.
Rome, I think, if I'm not mistaken, Rome reasoning for that was because, like, it was too, like...
I mean, he right
Multiverse.
there, you can tell him. What the fuck?
It was too multiverse for you, right?
Yeah, one is just that.
Oh.
It just serves, it most so just serves as fan service. It's nothing bad with fan service, by the way. It's just that the more I think about it, I'm just thinking about it as a movie by itself. Just that it didn't really do nothing for me outside of just being in the theater. Like, they really made that for, like, a lot of scenes.
No replay value, she's trying to say.
Yeah, that, at least for me.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
mind you,
I get you.
I don't really replay movies.
You wouldn't
in
have the
general.
same excitement watching.
I
this
know I
movie.
wouldn't, bro.
I don't think
That's
I
true.
know I would.
That's true.
I don't think I would.
Cause a lot of
watch
that's-
scenes, I feel like
I
I
ain't
watched it
saying
in
nothing
theater.
that I disagree with. I definitely, but I feel like at the core, it's not a bad movie. Like, I
It's
had
not
fun.
bad. It's just like
But I think
It's
also,
okay
too, it was
to
like
me.
the introductory to the multiverse, too, at the same time.
It did kind of like ruin everything that came after it, in my opinion. Like,
I feel like everything's
Doctor
gonna be
Strange in
multiverse.
general was
Oh,
just
that song was weird.
like,
I was
It's
like, what am I?
weird.
I feel like
What's
they're
they
going
started-
even
into
with some of the
horror
decisions
now,
that
basically.
they do, with him like trying to save the villains.
That
I'm
girl
like,
is
okay.
strong.
you
That girl is strong.
talking
as
about
fuck.
America? Yeah, nah, that, yeah. I mean, I had a fun time. Because, like, compared to the other Phase 4 movies, Spider-Man was the only one that came out when I didn't want my money back. No funny shit.
Yeah.
You didn't like Shang-Chi? I like Shang-Chi.
Oh,
I like that.
I like, yeah, okay.
What
But
about
that's
Eternals?
why I thought
It
he
wasn't
had
bad.
hope.
I
thought he
wanted to
had
talk
hope.
about Eternals in the last video, but
I didn't watch
knew we didn't have no
Eternals.
time. I
I
forgot
watched
about it.
Eternals. It wasn't
I
bad
watched-
either.
Yeah.
I like Eternals. I think that direction, they should go more into that direction. A little
It was
bit
a
more
little bit too
mature.
much talking though. I feel like
It was a lot of dialogue.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was gonna say. That was like, it was just like, y'all
It was-
Marvel movie, bro. Y'all know what we here for.
And another flaw you could think of for Eternal is like, it didn't really feel like superheroes at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Even though like that's what they were going
It
for.
was a little weird.
With like they are celestial beings, they like serve a different role than just the average superhero just helping like a person down the street or whatever.
they're like a
But
foundation.
still.
They're a foundation. They're
Like-
charity.
Those are great actors. A lot of them were great actors, but like seeing them in their costume sometimes was like, yo, you don't want to look
Yeah.
Yeah,
like
nah,
in Marvel for real.
like just some niggas in suits.
Yeah. Then Harry Styles come at the end or whatever.
Yeah, no.
I'm like Harry Styles, bro.
it was a little like,
Alright.
okay, whatever. But yeah, nah,
Alright.
Shang-Chi and Eternals.
Yeah, they
It was
cool.
okay.
They cool.
Spider-Man definitely did overshadow them. In
Yeah,
my
he
brain,
did,
like,
he
I
did.
almost forgot about that. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, this is probably an off-topic question, but it's not off-topic. Are they ever gonna make another Hulk movie?
No, he doesn't
For
have
real?
one.
They're gonna go with She-Hulk.
I love
think so.
Hulk, bro.
He doesn't have a movie.
What do you mean?
He doesn't have.
Not this Hulk. Not
Yeah,
this Hulk.
that Bruce Banner we have.
Oh yeah.
He
Wait,
doesn't
but-
have a
I think they're gonna go ahead with
That's
She-Hulk.
true. That's true.
Wait, that very first one.
Yeah,
that
he's
they-
only
No,
in
there's two
Avengers.
different Hulks, but those
That's not
don't
the first.
count.
Those
don't really tie in.
that's not canon.
It is canon. I think they did canonize.
It's like Spider-Man. You see how they did so many like,
Okay.
movies, so they didn't do the background for the Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
kind of like that.
Damn, that's crazy. They,
I love
So
Hulk.
in Thor, did he pass it off? Did he pass off the mantle to anybody,
Well,
or is he still considered the main Thor?
he's still, the god, but his little adoptive daughter, she has like his new hammer, the axe.
How old is she?
I don't even know. They didn't say.
So she's young?
She's
Talking
probably
about
like,
Groot's arm?
yeah, she's young. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she's probably like 8,
You better not do no time.
and they're just like going around, just like murdering.
Next
people.
movie's gonna be
Shotty one of the
41.
strongest.
But she's already a celestial being though too. Like
They gonna be
so
like,
it's like
they gonna be like she in a god world.
they might do a show.
Time
to look bad,
Since they're doing
Different
shows. now.
dimension.
Yeah.
Her intellect is immaculate.
That's crazy. But
What would you rate the movie out of 10?
I said 5.
Oh, you
So,
said
yeah.
Like I said, that hurt me.
I heard 5,
Thor
6.
is my favorite superhero.
I trust the opinion because, like she said, Thor's her favorite, and like I talk to Emanie about a lot of stuff, bro. She be fangirling, bro. So for her to come out and
Passionate.
say something that critical about a movie, you know what I'm saying? Like it's
That
got to
means
be some farts in there.
Yeah.
So the next topic we wanted to talk about, introduced by Emanie herself. About 12 minutes on film, and she's already contributing. We love to hear that. It is Fears and Phobias. It's pretty straightforward. We're just going to go around and talk about our own fears and phobias, discuss it, starting with Emanie.
Okay, so I guess I'll start with my fears. I would say, how people like have a fear of like heights. Like I don't have a fear of heights, but I have a fear of like getting picked up by people. Like I don't know. That is, I know it sounds weird, but like I would trust people enough to pick me up. I feel like they're gonna drop me, but I would say another fear, mirrors. I ain't gonna lie, mirrors kind of creepy. Like you don't find it weird? You got a reflection. They do everything you do.
I get where you're coming from, but like, do you just not look in the mirror no more?
No, like I look in the mirror, but like, bro, I'm not gonna sit there and stare like dead at my reflection. I feel like that's weird. Like if I put one arm up, next thing you know, she put the other arm up, and I'm like,
Do you have a mirror in your room?
I have a mirror in my room. I have a lot of mirrors in my room.
You must be scared every day.
no, but let me tell you the funny thing about it, right? So I have like this mirror over my head, right, over my bed, and sometimes like if I'm in bed doing my hair, I'll use that mirror. If I accidentally fall asleep in the bed, I always have a nightmare. Always have a nightmare. That's why there can't be no mirrors on my bed. Like I don't know. So I just have a thing with mirrors. I feel like they're a portal to another dimension. I'm just gonna be honest. So mirrors kind of creep me out.
I can kind of get the level of thinking where it's like the
I mean,
concept.
like, you can't see your face. You're relying on a glass
Yeah.
to tell you what you look like. Like,
Tell you.
I mean, I can show you a mirror right now and describe it to you right now.
but it still doesn't matter. Like,
But I could go against what you're saying.
why you say that?
Because the camera is showing our face right now.
I'm saying, you
This is
always
not
gotta-
a mirror.
You're not
always
looking.
gotta-
But
reflection.
it's just reflections. Well,
Yeah,
reflections in general, I guess I should say. Fear of reflections.
Okay.
understandable.
Yeah, because it
I
be
wanna-
flipped. You don't find that weird?
You think that?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I know. It's the concept of just looking at yourself. Like
I don't know. That creeps me out. But,
I'm gonna go back to the first one though.
what?
Like when you said people picking you up, is it just like you said? Is it the fear of falling, or like do you just have like a touchy thing?
Oh, I don't. I have a touchy thing, but I don't think it really just stems from that. I just feel like they're gonna drop me. I don't know. I don't have a fear of heights. I go on roller coasters.
Or you just don't trust anyone.
No, I wouldn't say I don't trust
But not
anyone, but I
anyone.
don't trust anyone to hold me.
Yeah.
I guess I would say. I feel like they're gonna, and I'm pretty small, so anybody can lift me up. And I just feel like, oh my God, brothers, I've been wrestling, boy cousins. Don't pick me up. Y'all gonna slam me. Like I lost a tooth like that. But
I mean, a lot of bad things happen. I used to go crazy with my nephew and my brother, bro. That shit was funny as hell. Everybody went through their whole pseudo WWE phase where they wanted to swing.
Oh,
that shit's crazy. So I understand that.
but those are my fears. For phobias, I would say, for starters, I think it's called thalassophobia. So it's basically like the fear of large bodies of water and the fear of like sea creatures. That completely petrifies me.
Or like any are you talking about like the deep motherfuckers?
No, like it
or
could be
any-
lakes, rivers, the beach. Like you will never see me close to the water like that. I guess it stems from like being like drowning. Cause like my aunt threw me in the pool and I'm short, so I just saw myself dying. I'm like, this is it. Like this is
Yeah,
it.
I mean that'll do it. What about pools though?
I do pools, but I ain't going like I ain't going at 5 feet. I'm 5'3", but I be drowning still. Like, save me. Like, nah, but yeah, and sea creatures, they're so weird, and you don't ever think about how deep the ocean is, and we haven't explored stuff.
Yeah, nah.
And yeah, that's weird. And like I said, like me being an animal person, I watch like a lot of nature graphical type stuff. And the creatures they be telling you about in the water be wild. Like
yeah,
I'd be like,
be some freaky specimens
no,
in there.
like I'd be like, no, to keep that. I don't
So
like
y'all,
going to.
y'all eat seafood?
I do, but I love seafood. That sounds so hypocritical to me. But yeah, even aquariums, I don't like doing.
Really?
No, I went to aquarium one time. I walked in, I just froze. Like I could not look at the glass. Like,
That's crazy.
I
That
touched
shit
this
crazy.
stingray.
oh yeah, because they have the petting thing.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what?
didn't even touch
You
it.
can touch the
At
stingray.
Turtleback.
It's actually kind of, they slimy as fuck. they literally slimy
and
as
you gotta
fuck.
be careful with it too, because I think it damages something like
They
that.
don't damage, but they don't bite either. It's like they're sucking on your finger. Like if they do anything to you, it's like
Freaky
they're.
ass.
it's like
Or it's like love that shit.
it's like a nibble, I guess. Like you feel something, but it don't hurt at all.
Damn. Yeah, no, I've never been to an aquarium.
Really?
No,
That's a vlog. That's a
I've been to one zoo as a kid.
Oh,
Turtleback Zoo?
Yeah.
It's
Oh, of course. Turtleback
That's why I
Zoo.
went.
Who hasn't, bro?
That's where I
Gotta
went.
go.
But
That's it?
oh yeah, I think it's called tigripophobia.
What is that?
I have completely petrified of tigers.
That's a real specific one.
That is mad specific.
Listen, I've had that since I was little, bro.
For someone who likes animals, you really
No,
scared of
just see animals and tigers, bro. Like I think it's just cause like my mother, she's loved
Wait,
tiger
did you just say
stuff.
sea animals?
Yeah, she don't like
Yeah.
animals.
sea animals and tigers.
Yeah.
Understandable though.
Yeah.
Tigers, what? Crazy.
Nah, I done seen some crazy shit on her side about tigers.
Nah. What?
You watching a lot of shit, bro. Don't
Don't
trust.
follow my Instagram.
But nah. Even if I see a photo, I'm like,
I feel like
just have
the tiger things, like the only thing that be happening to people, they be asking for it. But every time I see
A lot of it
No,
is.
tiger.
every time I see an animal, like a big animal attacking, they ask for it. I
Oh,
swear
y'all
to
seen
God,
that
they
story,
ask
the
for it.
elephant?
Yo,
That's
Oh,
like-
shit.
that was funny.
We gotta talk about that for a minute. That was a little bit goofy.
Went to the
Wait, what
fucking
elephant?
funeral.
Oh, they can
My thing is, I want to know what the hell they did to the elephant for you to come back.
He
Like
went to
you
the funeral.
Right. She couldn't forget.
swung
They
the
couldn't
block,
forget.
bro.
Elephants
Well,
swung
elephants
the
do
block.
got good memory, but
Really good.
They say, like, you know how they always say, like, lion's the king of the jungle. They say the elephant gets the most respect.
But
they be
lions don't even live in
trampling
the jungle,
people.
You said what now?
Lions don't even live in the jungle.
They don't?
I don't think so.
They don't. I don't know where that expression came from. Like, to be
They
They
honest.
always say
Came
king of the
from-
They
jungle.
live in like
King,
safari.
They
They live in
did.
safari.
I know
like,
that.
tribes
I thought they was
and
like
stuff. No, it's
multi-habitual.
tigers.
You eat Black
that
Panthers?
live in, like,
In the jungle? Black
yeah,
Panthers?
panthers.
Yeah, panthers.
You act like the way he said it, you have to like.
Yeah, he's about to drop some fat.
He said, "Hold on, let me clear this misunderstanding."
Nah, I just heard that before that.
With the glasses to be seen, like.
Safari, nigga. I don't seem like a bad career. I ain't gonna hold you. Like being in a safari and like just like it's
Asking for it. That's what I'll say. If
Nah,
something happens to you, asking for it.
Those animals be a little bit trained though. They know.
Yeah.
Like they know them a little bit.
They say
Yeah,
you're
with a
never
tranquilizer
fully
gun.
trained a wild animal. They still got their
Yeah,
instincts.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
can only,
Like,
you can only
Even
tame them.
domestic cats.
Just don't provoke
Yeah.
them a lot of times. You just can't.
Most
provoke
animals
them.
don't even be on that type of timing.
Exactly.
Like, they see
Yeah.
you as a threat.
Exactly.
A lot of it is self-imposed
Yeah.
injuries,
Fight or flight.
for sure.
At the end of the day, it's survival. Like
Mhm.
you, whoever's gonna, yeah,
Especially when you're in their territory.
Yeah.
That's
Come on,
true.
bro.
All right, that's it for you.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Say that all you scary ass girl. I'm not going to lie. Nah, they all valid, but they all make sense to me, except for like the mirror shit though.
Yeah, the mirror kind of got me.
That's why it's a fear, not a complete phobia.
Yeah, understandable.
You know what?
I get it though.
I heard.
I understand it.
I don't want to believe it, but I kind of do. They say like ghosts attract from mirrors.
I mean, but think about it. In all scary movies, it's always the mirrors. Why are they always chanting in the mirrors? And then it's always a portal to another
I got
dimension.
Every scary movie that dropped.
No, but
bro.
no cap. I got old heads in my family that be telling me like actual
No, but that's
scary stories,
true.
and I be wanting to believe them, but I don't.
Nah, I
I be like,
ain't playing with me.
But you know what you should do right now?
That Haitian stuff.
Hmm?
We not doing it.
Yeah, I should go in the bathroom and like, kind of like so.
yeah, I know where you go with
I
this.
can get out of my house and do that.
Yeah.
They try to fucking get
We did this. I did that
Say,
when I was.
Go
say
make
like,
camp
say
with
like
the
Bloody
demon.
Mary like 3 times, and I think you gotta spin around and some shit. And we gotta listen to
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I did this as a child, and this sounds funny, but something happened. I swear, it was a doorway. As soon as I said it, after the 3rd time something happened, I never did that shit. I was like,
do it right now.
GG's my boy.
Nah.
Mhm. Nah, but for
but I was
me,
by myself.
for me, I can't say I don't have any fears. Like obviously I have just the general stuff, but I do have one, like I guess like out of pocket like phobia, and it's trypophobia. And a lot of people like to debate whether or not it's real or not, and the reason why, like I can explain to you why it's real, because there's 2 sides to the whole it's not an actual phobia debate. You got people who will tell you, who have it, they'll tell you like, oh, everyone would get irritated by, seeing that stuff. And then you have people who have the same argument on the other side of the spectrum who would be like, what kind of motherfucker is scared of holes? What's scary about that? So obviously there's a discrepancy here. Obviously there's a disconnect where, one party has something that the others don't. And there's also been studies about it. You can go look it up. But basically, if you don't know what it is, it's hard to explain, but it's like fear of holes, but more like a pattern, kind of like beehives and stuff like that. Just like a bunch of, little holes. And sometimes what they do in like images, they'll put like maggots in it too, just to like make it even more disgusting. But if you look it up, like, warning, it might trigger the fuck out of you, but if you look it up, you'll have a better idea of what I'm talking about. And that shit has always bugged the fuck out of me. I thought it was just me at first as a kid, because I was one of those kids who had like unfiltered access to the internet. So of course I was gonna run into some shit like that, right? And I look at it as a kid, I was just like, damn, this shit making me feel itchy as hell. Like get this shit out my fucking screen. And I started talking to more and more people, and I realized that it wasn't just me. But I started talking to even more people, and I realized that it's not everybody. You know what I'm saying? So obviously there's something going on here. And I looked it up and did a little bit more research, and yes, they actually did studies on it. I'm not too sure about what triggers it and what makes it happen. It's a weird phobia, but it's real. I have it, and that shit's crazy. You can look it up, bro.
Yeah.
I just look it up.
Just Google.
Let me see.
I don't know.
That's like on a person's body, though.
Nah,
That's like a
I
condition.
swipe that shit.
Nah, I feel like
phone
mine
room.
started different. Like, you know how kids, they used to
But
take
it's
the
different when it's like a
pencils
wall
and
or
like
something.
poke it through the holes? When they used to do that, that
Yeah.
used to trigger me a lot. And then, but I never knew the name for it.
I had some like reactions like that.
Like this.
Yeah, like they used to just.
Yeah. Like
Ugh.
that.
Ew.
That's so gross.
But it's like,
Nah,
It's like clusters of tiny holes.
I don't like this
Like,
one.
what makes that happen?
I don't like this.
It just like
He just
activates
discovered
something
his
in
new-
you. Yeah, we just put a
I
He
don't
more.
like
just
that
discovered his new phobia.
It just like
Right there.
triggers like something in my
Sometimes
brain.
they're
where it's,
not
like,
real. I think they just edited something.
Yeah, no, it's all fake.
But it's the
like,
idea of
yeah.
it. for, like,
It's
It's the mental aspect.
This
It
shit
just
just
makes me-
remind me of Freddy Krueger, and I like horror movies, so this shit.
I feel like
That's
Freddy
what I'm saying.
Krueger's more
Look,
burnt
right here,
stars.
So like yeah, nah, there's something about it. It's all like a lot of it's like edited. You won't ever see it in nature, right? Like that's not a natural occurrence. Like you won't ever see that pattern. But it's just something about it. Like it clicks something in the brain. It just makes you feel uncomfortable. But yeah, that's me. Don't fucking send that shit to me. You will get blocked, my nigga. Like, I will never talk to you again, bro. I hate that shit. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I can't really think of any phobias. Like I feel like I can say the basic shit like bugs, rodents, roaches and shit. Cause I feel like I can't like if I see, for example, if I'm in a room and I see a roach, I'm not sleeping. I can't sleep in that room. If I see it, like I can't see it until I kill it type shit. But like I don't really know like phobias. I'm afraid of heights. But not really, cause like I get on a ride, niggas tell me to get on a ride. I'm not gonna ride by myself. So it's like I don't know. It's
You ever rode King the Kai on Six Flags?
Yeah.
The big ass green shit.
That shit upside down.
Nah, it's just like a fat ass drop.
That's a Joker you talking about.
You have never been there?
Yeah.
It's the biggest fucking roller coaster.
Yeah.
Like you said, remember?
Six
Nigga,
Flags.
I don't even fuck with Six Flags. But yeah, I don't really think I have any really phobias. So
You got any crazy like roach or rodent experience? Like you ever had like a crazy
I would
experience?
never, when I was a kid, like I used to stay at the house to babysit, and like when I kid you not, roaches was falling from the ceiling. Like when I tell you, like you could just be sitting or whatever in a room, and like a roach is like would fall on my face.
Oh
And
no!
it's just like
I'm
it's just like it was constantly, and I was always over there. There's nothing you could do about it. So just like I think that's why I'm afraid of roaches and shit.
I would have grabbed the flamethrower, dog.
The house actually did burn down like later.
Good.
But yeah, other than
Good for
that,
the roaches.
yeah.
When it comes to fears, I feel like my fears are pretty basic. I don't feel like I'm actually scared of anything.
That's one brave boy.
I would like to call myself. I would like to call myself brave. But I am scared of the water. Like that's I feel like that's so normal. Like it's so deep down there. You don't know where the fuck you're going. You don't know what's down there. It's swim, dark as fuck. I can swim, but it's still possibilities of drowning. Bro.
Yeah.
But one time my older sister could swim. She caught a leg cramp, and I saw her ass fucking drown. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, that don't do
You
it.
would go.
Hell no, my dad went in there. But also. My game tag is nuclear roach, but I fucking hate roaches, bro. I have a crazy story. In Puerto Rico, these roaches ain't normal fucking roaches.
Yeah, that's so
These
different.
roaches fucking fly, and they're 2 times bigger than the ones over here. One day, I was sleeping over at my cousin's house, and I guess he's used to this cockroach shit. Because I seen too many, bro, too many. So as I'm getting nighttime, I'm bundled up in the bed. I go to sleep. I wake up randomly in the middle of the day. I'm thirsty as fuck. As I get up on my sheets, I see 2 fucking roaches. I swear to God, I swear one of them was staring right at me. I woke up my cousin. He was like, "This shit normal." He went right back to sleep. But he grabbed like a water spray bottle and he just started spraying these roaches. I'm like, bro, this is not normal.
Bro,
that was my first and last night ever in his house. I booked the hotel the next day.
I wouldn't be able to sleep. I ain't gonna lie.
I could not sleep, bro. I was up on the couch on my phone watching Naruto. I had that shit downloaded. There's no Wi-Fi over there.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, nah.
Shit was terrible. And I guess I have another fear of failure. But it's crazy how I could say I have a fear of failure, but I'm not afraid to fail, because failing makes you grow. But I'm saying in the long term of failure, if that makes sense.
Like
Yeah,
ultimate.
Yeah. Like truly down bad.
Yeah.
Just go to the Navy.
Go to the Navy. Honestly, that's probably the best bet if you're down bad.
Yeah.
Join the army or some shit.
I'll never get there, but that's a fear.
Go be a meat bag.
Dumbass.
Catch a grenade.
I can go. Some of my fears just stems from just living where I live at, basically. So like, I don't like having no violence being done with me. So like, that's a fear, I guess. Like I don't want to be in no something like that. Like that don't mean like I'm scared to be in a fight or whatever. I just fear of being in a situation where like I have to be. Like where there's guns involved.
It shouldn't ever have to get there.
Exactly.
Yeah, true.
Or just seeing other people having that be done upon them. Like I still feel a certain way. I still feel very And yeah, I know that's more general. Like a lot of people just have that just as a regular thing. But it's like when you see it more often, you know.
You're a bit surprised.
Yeah.
It's
Like some people are just numb to that.
It's like
shit.
it's more likely to happen.
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes I get paranoid about it.
I don't know if you guys know about the Citizen app, but where we live, this shit is going off
Shit regular.
every
That shit
hour.
would trigger someone's anxiety, bro. Like
It do cause anxiety a little bit.
the way, like, just even like the thought of something happening,
Mm-hmm.
like that shit will go off like in your brain. Like
It's
that.
crazy because I feel like I'm a branch off what you're saying. Like I don't like I wouldn't mind violence because like I feel like I feel like I've just been around it so much. Like it's kind of like normal, but I would hate for that to happen to my family. Like I would hate that. That's the fear. Cause my little sister be walking by herself now.
That's what I'm
She's
saying.
older. Yeah, I wouldn't want that to happen.
Yeah.
At all.
I feel like I got a bad habit of like I think too much. Like I have a bad habit of thinking of shit that probably would never happen.
That's
Yeah.
Like
bro.
I be thinking like, for example, I ain't gonna use none of family because I don't want to like but like for example, if I had a brother, right?
God bless.
If I had a brother and he was like 20 or whatever and he walking and like niggas call me and be like, oh, you know your brother, I instantly think like, yo, what if this nigga got kidnapped and like
Yeah.
That's me.
Your mind just to the worst case scenario.
My mind always
That's
goes
what
to
I'm
the worst
saying.
case scenario, no matter what.
I always jump there too. That's kind of sad, but
Yeah.
that's the world we live in.
Yeah.
I bounce back and forth. It kind of depends. Like in my mind, like it's good to be cautious and shit like that. But I also seen like the flip side of that, where people have detriment themselves by thinking of the worst case scenario. And like I've been in that situation before. Like not in a more extreme scenario like the way he said, but like say like I'm doing a public speaking event or like I gotta present a project, right? Like I used to have like a fear like man like yo like what if I get a boner or some shit? Like niggas see that shit.
No, that's
And it's just like
that's definitely a high school fear.
yeah, and it's just like that's not gonna happen. Like
Randomly.
that's but that's what I'm saying. Like
The mind go places
it takes a
sometimes.
little bit of logical reasoning to like knock yourself out of that thinking. Like relax. Like ain't nothing over here going to trigger that shit. Just do what you gotta do and get off the fucking stage. Like, and I get it, but I kind of like train myself out of that mindset. But obviously, like I'm still cautious. Like I don't think everything's all goody two shoes for sure.
Yeah.
It's funny that he mentioned the phone call hypothetical situation because like I did get, I'm not gonna give too many details, but there was one time where I did get a phone call from the police department near my school, and I picked up the phone. He was like, "Hello, this is Officer yada 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 from the yada 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 police department," and I sat there for like 10 seconds thinking about whether or not I should hang up because like. So I didn't do anything personally. Like even though I knew I was straight, like I didn't do anything illegal. I'm sitting here like, man, what the fuck could I have possibly done? And it's like it's multiple reasons why a police department would call you. But I'm thinking about the worst case scenario, so like I fall into that too. But then I had to snap myself back out of it. I'm like, yo, Cam, you didn't do anything. Just ask what he needs, and it had nothing to do with me. Shit was all clear. I'm not gonna give any more details of that though. But yeah, like I've been in that scenario before. But
That's why I like how we all say be safe to each other, because no cap,
That's
you really
real thing.
you really don't know if it's your last day seeing something.
Exactly.
No cap.
Yeah, that's real.
I say be safe to everybody.
And that's why sometimes, like, just to clarify a little bit more the fear, it's not like I'm opposed to just violence in general, like of all type violence. Because sometimes it does need to happen. Like, you gotta make.
No,
I'm not gonna get into all the situations where
no,
it's like.
violence needs to happen, bro.
No, I'm not saying that. Wait, what you say?
To get things done, violence needs to happen.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's just to the average person, I don't want to see violence happen.
Yeah,
Like, to the
of
average,
course.
just everyday man. So it's just like, it's the average motherfucker in the hood that just don't do nothing.
Yeah.
That's what I mean with that type of fear.
Yeah, I do be saying that shit be fucked up. Like, it's been like innocent people get like killed.
Exactly. You'll be like,
And it's just
damn.
like,
They
Ain't even do
bystanders.
Yeah, exactly.
nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do to probably prevent that either, because that's his
Mhm.
life. Like, nigga walks at the bus stop, he gets shot.
Exactly.
Nothing you can do about that because he got to go to work or some shit like that.
Mhm.
That's true.
He's just trying to get to work.
It's like fighting the inevitable.
Yeah. But phobias, I don't think of any like current ones. I guess like one of the past phobias I used to have was like anything wicked. I guess like anything like got to do with like the devil. I'm like, nah, get the fuck out of here. Like,
Man.
I'm not-
What do you mean by that?
I mean like because I'm Haitian
Oh,
and like
okay.
it's a certain
I get it.
sector of my like culture. I'm not. Some of it is like over saturated by like certain media because they think of it as like because
When we talk about like voodoo and
yeah,
stuff
exactly.
Like, that. Yeah.
Like I'm not saying it doesn't exist. Like it is a certain group of people of my culture, of my heritage, that has some voodoo shit. But like with the media, like especially like from Europe, they make it seem like a lot of it is like a lot of Haitians' problem comes from doing voodooism or whatever.
I mean, it was
It's not.
like a religion though.
It's not a real like I'm telling you, it's a real small minority. That's my point. That they try to generalize all Haitians a lot when it comes to having to do with that. That's what I say.
It's crazy.
Like before, but now I'm more educated about it. And like you said, it's not like even with that voodoo shit, it's not like they dealing with like how do I say it? Like not as much as bad spirits as people make it out to be.
Yeah. It's spirits in general.
Yeah, it's just spirits in general. Like it just
it's the person has bad
exactly. It's a different
behind it.
It's a different range of opinions that comes from
it's
it.
Like how you have ghosts. Good ghosts.
That's why I said it was more of a past thing for me. Like currently, I don't really. Like,
I'm
I don't
glad
really
my
think of
family
it.
not that. I'd be terrified. Because like certain things like you gotta feed right the ancestors of them, and like if you don't feed them, they're gonna haunt you, bro. Like you're gonna be
something like thinking like
petrified and terrified like that. You have to pass that down, and I'll be like, damn, like imagine, but you gotta know voodoo for that.
But you know it's crazy. Like even that opinion of voodoo, a lot of people, you never want to talk to a person who did voodoo before, so you don't. Like a lot of people's opinions on voodoo comes from like movies and shows. You never really you don't know no.
I met only one.
You hearing opinions about it. Really, at the end of the day, you hear opinions about voodooism about coming from white people. Like they don't know. Like they already have this narrative around. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of like colonial people that just want to support just like European nations or whatever, or U.S. centric.
I look at it like Salem witches type stuff.
Exactly. That's what I said.
And
it's just a pass.
There's different types.
Exactly, it's a range.
Yeah, so I jumped down the rabbit hole a little bit too. It's a lot more convoluted than what's on the surface, and I was actually surprised. I was a little bit overwhelmed by how much information there is.
It is.
There's a lot of different parties.
A lot of different communities. Yeah, a lot of communities, a lot of tribes around it.
It's crazy how,
like in Africa, like it's a lot of.
Last year I bought a voodoo book.
I
said last year I bought a voodoo book, but like.
You ever read it?
Where is it now?
Yeah, I read it.
What was it talking about?
Yeah, go ahead.
It was just like. It was like.
Where was it from? Like.
It was one of those things where you saying how like like for example American society how they view voodoo. Cause like off rip I bought the book. Barnes and Nobles. Second red flag is I go to the altar. It's a white person, but it's voodoo. It's voodoo like they put like voodoo
That's
stuff.
it. That's it
it's
for
in
me.
the book, whatever. And I just bought it because I was just wasting money. But
yeah, just like through messages like that. I'm not gonna say like no white person can ever understand voodooism. It's just that a lot of people got different agendas, especially when it comes to white people. When we talk about country, yeah, especially where voodooism is common in certain countries, third world countries. So a lot of people already got bad opinions on third world countries.
This next topic we're gonna talk about, we're gonna go over our bucket list. It could be short term, long term, 1 or 3 things, doesn't matter. Just whatever you're looking forward to, something you want to get off your chest, something you like a goal you want to achieve, whatever you want to do. Starting off with Rome.
So one would just be more so traveling, and like the continent I really want to go to is Africa. I just want to see like the different countries, and just like the different people there, the different languages, and I think I would really like connect with it a lot, just to see more, like to actually travel to some place where I feel like I'll be accepted. Like not I know like we have a lot of differences with culture and just like where we come from. I mean not where we come from, but just like our immediate backgrounds. Yeah. But I still feel like I can connect to them on some level, and I would really try to understand them. Another goal of mine, I guess, I would say. Bucket list, I forgot.
Something to do before you.
I got a question about the Africa one. You got any countries in mind?
Africa's big, bro.
I'm thinking about Nigeria, Ghana.
Congolese.
When I took the 23andMe test, I found like most of my ancestry, like it was like sub-Saharan type shit. So like Nigeria, Chad, Cameroon, all that, the west stuff, northwest.
I know I wanted to go to Kenya.
about Kendrick?
Good question. I remember in middle school me reading a book about Kenya, and I was like, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
But just volunteer work.
Oh yeah. Now I got my second one. Like my second thing on my bucket list would be like to actually join an organization, like just a social organization. Cause I was really like talking back and forth with one. Democracy Now! Is you remember Mr. Rippy?
Of course.
Yeah, from school.
He's a W teacher actually.
Cool as hell, yeah, history teacher, sociology
he
teacher.
He kicked me out a lot though.
He cool though. We were talking a lot in the past. Like that was like mid-COVID, and I went to like one meeting. It was really informative, and I just gotta keep in contact with them, you know.
I like.
And just go to more like protests.
I like him because I could tell he actually enjoyed history. Like he wasn't he wasn't a teacher for fucking. He wasn't reading off a textbook for real.
Yeah.
He wasn't following the fucking study sheet. Like he was doing whatever the fuck he wanted. Like I like that. Like he was actually in tune with all the history shit. And he would talk about like common things.
Yeah, well. That's what he would do in that one meeting I went to too.
I mean current things.
Yeah. In that meeting we talked a lot about like socialist ideas and whatnot, and just like breaking down American history. So that was cool. I think I have to keep in contact with them. Hopefully I'll join eventually.
Yeah, for sure. Hopefully. You will Mo?
I have a couple things on my bucket list. I want to go skydiving, specifically in Puerto Rico. I want to land.
You trying to fly with the roaches?
I just want to land on a beach. Like I feel like every time I see skydiving is like on grass. I want to land on a beach.
Like the sand or the ocean?
The sand. Definitely the sand.
I've seen a couple clips of that. Like people, like I've seen some freaky shit. Like people go to LA and like jump off like the hotels that's on like the shore,
bro,
and land on the beach, bro. Like the tall ass shits, obviously. That shit was freaky.
People are crazy.
You got anything else?
Yes. I also this is gonna be an expensive bucket list, but I really want to go to space.
I second.
I really want to go to space. I just it's more of a like you gotta see it with your own eyes, like
see it.
Not like I believe it already. I just want to see it. Like,
that's you. You talking about yourself?
Like,
I feel like space is beautiful.
I agree.
What? And then you can see the tiny little stars. Just
and I like how rare it is. Like who the fuck do you know went to space? No one.
They don't understand.
And you're
personally.
Exactly.
Nobody.
and another bucket list is I want to own a laundromat.
Huh.
Yeah.
Nice. I'll come.
I want to do all. I want to clean all my dirty money through there.
I knew there was a reason. Money.
Just a joke, guys. Just a joke.
Yeah.
In Grand Theft Auto.
But yeah, I want a laundry.
In Grand Theft Auto. You gonna skip or you good?
No, you can skip.
Alright. Let's see. I got a couple things on my bucket list, but I guess number one, the obvious one is just take off as a content creator. I'm working on that every day. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of new people here, so hello. Just do that, and then just not even just YouTube, but like the Twitch stuff. I want to get my photography page up. I'm looking for models, so if anyone you in the area, hit me up, girl. New York is as far as I go. And the Twitch stuff as well, obviously. But I spoke about this.
I love how happy you are doing this.
Yeah,
I could tell like you genuinely like doing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, my philosophy is like just pick something that you love and kind of just go at it, just hammer at it, keep on doing it every day. If it keeps you happy, then do everything in your power to stay happy.
That really motivates me. Okay.
Yeah. And another thing on my bucket list, I want to travel, bro. Like I have never been outside the country. I think I've only been up and down the East Coast. I haven't even been out west in the U.S. I think the farthest out west I've been was Pennsylvania.
And now that's nothing.
Exactly. Like I basically just took a tiny step. Like that's what I'm saying. So I haven't been anywhere. I just been up and down the East Coast. And I was gonna go to the Bahamas in 2020, but we all know what happened in 2020. So yeah, I really need to travel, bro. Like I'm 20 years old and I haven't stepped foot outside America. That's insane. Yeah, I just need to get on that. And it's not even like, there's no reason why I can't. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Like money's no problem, yada yada yada. I'm not gonna, you know, but
it'll soon happen.
yeah, no, for sure. That's on my bucket list for sure. And that's pretty much it. Like I said, I want the content creation to take off. Appreciate everybody. If you're new here, you're helping me, so thanks.
What's one spot like you really want to go? Like
I haven't thought about that. No, actually, no, I have thought about that.
like you have to have a favorite spot.
Not even on no weave shit, but Japan looks cool. Like I just like the architecture,
Mm-hmm.
all that stuff like that. The culture is, I have a little bit of a couple problems with the culture,
Yeah, they're straight.
but like they like the place is like, it's nice. It looks nice, like on the surface, like it's all good. And like I said, I love the architecture. The architecture is great. Another place is kind of piggybacking off what Rome said, Africa as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I took the 23andMe test, and like obviously, like look at me, like I knew it was Africa, but Africa is a big place. Like I wanted to get down to the countries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And now I have a destination. I have a place where I can go and kind of reconnect, and I want to be there as well. And I have my gripes with Europe, so I'm not too sure which place in there, but probably
Gotta be real specific.
Yeah, like I would have to think about that a little bit more.
UK,
But
bro. I want to go to the UK.
definitely, I would have to think about that.
That's mad.
I hate UK. Niggas.
Go to Ireland.
Ireland.
Go to Ireland, yeah.
That's
I would do
enough.
that.
Yeah, like
Ireland probably be dope.
for sure. But yeah, those are my two things.
Oh, me? Okay. I have a whole list, but I'm going to give 3.
I'm looking at it right now. We're here for another hour.
But this is something this is like corny, but I've always wanted to attach myself to a bunch of like helium balloons and try to fly like on some up shit. I don't know. No, for real. Like I really want to know if it works. Like how many balloons it would take. Like
you gotta hurry up because we run out of helium.
What?
Yeah, look it up, bro.
Damn.
There's gonna be no more helium on Earth in a few years.
Are you serious?
I'm dead ass.
That's scary. What the fuck?
I forgot the reasons why.
It's somebody with a warehouse stocking up on helium.
Well, also too the balloons for like birthday parties and stuff like that.
I wonder. It's theoretically like it's not impossible
To acquire, right?
That's basically what a hot air balloon is.
Yeah.
But that's freaky. That's an out of pocket one.
That's so good. Okay, so something else. I've always wanted to do like like them eating competitions, but not like just like the regular ones where it's like different people. I wanted to do one where you have to eat it and then like it's just like you don't have to pay for the meal. I don't know why, but I've always.
You just want free food.
Yeah. Yeah. Like how they come to you and be like, you gotta eat this whole pizza. You get it free if you eat it all. Like I just want to do that. I just want to do
Those
that.
pieces be massive, bro.
That'd be
I'm not
wild.
gonna
I think the hardest one I saw was like a cereal challenge, cause like you know how hard it is to consume like cereal and milk.
No.
But that shit get nasty to you, like.
Nah,
What about hot dog challenge? Frank.
I could do that.
That girl.
What about a Frank
The
challenge?
chili eating ones. Oh
I feel
yeah.
like it's easier though,
Frank's?
cause you
Nah.
can eat like I feel like it's hard to consume.
But
But
the trick,
that's
the trick with
bad.
the hot
That's-
dogs,
Water.
it's like like you gotta soak them so you could just like.
Yeah. Like, go!
Yo, that's kind of nasty, bro.
Yeah, it is disgusting, bro.
Ew, isn't
You
that like
probably
basically
don't even
being a
taste hot dog.
sausage, bro?
Yeah, nah, like they have it just soaked in water. You just hold.
They do.
Yeah, milk too. They dip it in milk.
Oh,
No ketchup.
I would choke on that shit.
Nah.
That's how they do it.
Hello,
Straight,
Frank.
that's straight glizzy.
I love the
Too
eating
many
contest. I'm
glizzies.
watching it. Just a couple of suggestions. Go on YouTube. Look up the chili eating contest and look up hot dog eating contest. For the chili eating ones, there's this specific Indian woman. Her name is Sid.
She's crazy.
She's a fucking
You watch
demon,
it too?
bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put him on that shit, bro. There's this one Indian woman. She goes insane, bro. She wins every single one that she attends. And she also has her own YouTube channel where she did like 20 Carolina Reapers in a row.
For no reason.
That shit is crazy.
If I'm in the hot dog eating challenge, I'm not letting nobody record me though.
You know we gonna be the first ones.
That shit gotta be a closed room.
That New York
Nothing.
guy,
Oh.
he got the crown for so many years.
Chestnut?
Yeah, Chestnut.
Joey
He the
Chestnut.
goat.
He actually is the glizzy goat.
Yo, he just glob. Fucking
You don't even look like a glob, bro.
he shit. He
You look
tear
like a
shit
regular
down.
ass
He got
nigga.
like a 10-year record right now.
Yo, I think he did the last one injured. He was
Yo,
he had crutches.
There was an anti-protest person at his
Oh,
stage.
yeah,
he was eating and pushed the guy.
Oh,
And he still won, bro. He still won. And he had
Fucking
no
maniac.
The throat goat, bro.
He's a maniac.
You got one more for us?
I guess a little common one is I would be friends with an old lady.
That's not common.
I mean, uncommon. I just,
I'm about to say.
I guess. No, y'all.
No, I mean.
I don't know. I feel like it'd be cool to hear about her good old times.
You remind me of the experience that I had, because one time, like, I was going home from school by myself or whatever, and I was chilling next to y'all know that statue of this is a statue of Abe?
Abe.
Yeah, next to our school. I was chilling next to the statue of Abe, and like there was this woman. She had came. I forgot where she said she came from. I think it was like West Virginia, and then she was all like, "Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry. Can I take a picture?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, no problem." I was confused. I was like, "Bro, people from here pass every day. Why do you want a picture now?" I'm like, "She's not from here." I was like, "Where you from?" She was like, "Oh, I'm coming from West Virginia." She was like, "I just saw the statue. I wanted to take a picture." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool, whatever." She was like, "Do you mind if I get a picture of you sitting next to it?" I was like, "Fuck it." Like, but it was nice because like I was having a rough day that day, and like it was really just nice to just talk to somebody. And she was like an old lady, so like you think we'd have nothing in common. She was like an old white lady too. You think that we have nothing, no common ground, but like we chatted up a little bit, and it was nice. It was a nice experience for sure.
It's kind of crazy how our city's getting gentrified.
No.
True.
No, for sure.
No, for real. The buildings,
It
the
is
rent.
happening.
Crazy, bro.
She was just a visitor though, so she.
Yeah.
I blame Shaq.
Started with
crazy?
Cityplex.
He did start those
I blame
big,
Shaq,
he did start
man.
those big apartments. He the first motherfucker. He chasing the bag.
You
Don't
already
care
have
about
Cityplex.
Blood money. You got one there?
Oh yeah, I feel like aside from like the exciting shit, like of course I want to go skydiving.
I would join you.
Fuck with the ocean. I don't know what you can do with the ocean, but anything to do with the ocean, I want to fuck
Scuba
with it.
diving.
Jet ski.
Yeah, scuba diving, bungee jumping, like
You a jet ski, bro. That shit
Let's
was
do it
tough.
for our
Jet
birthday,
ski.
bro. Our birthday's is not close.
jet ski. Oh no,
Oh, y'all should do a
I
cabin.
actually gotta talk to you about that. I want to have
type,
like a kickback or something like that. Or like a
I
party
don't
for
watch
the
way too many Jason.
But my only thing with the party is, niggas,
So
if you gonna come to, if I have a party and you come, you gotta get fucked up. You got to, bro. There's no point in me having a party. Like, I understand people gotta drive home, call Uber. Because, like, I understand, but
He likes to see people get fucked
That's another
up.
subject.
That's
Yeah,
the best thing ever.
if I'm
Chug.
gonna get fucked up, why would you come to my party if you're not getting fucked up? Like, but aside from that though,
No shit.
aside from all the exciting stuff, I feel like I genuinely just want to help people. Like, I want to be in a position where like I could just like if a nigga needed, like, for example, I want to adopt kids when I'm older, like adopt kids or like give money to like families and stuff, and just like even if somebody just like wanted some advice or like some place to stay, I feel like I just want to be in a position to genuinely just help people. And not because like I want anything in return, anything like that, but I understand that like the world is really like it's messed up. Everybody not fortunate to like have what you have. Even if you don't have nothing, like it's always somebody in a worse position. So I feel like I just generally just want to help people and like make a difference in some people's lives.
That's why I'm always be grateful.
Yeah.
For sure, yeah, no. And John, I can vouch for John L, bro. He's a helpful ass dude, bro.
Right.
I'm a
He's-
I'm a generous ass person,
He
bro.
is, bro.
Even when
Don't say it, Mo.
even when I don't got it, I give it, bro.
All jokes aside though,
Don't
he
say
is
that.
the most TTG, like meaning like not even trained to go, but like this motherfucker just
Yeah,
gave me
like,
so much sympathy.
Anything you need, anything you
Bro.
need, if I could get it, I'm gonna give it to you. Like as long as you're a solid person, I'm not gonna like.
I don't fucked up on ordering the package like twice in the span of like 5 days, bro. But he lives like right next to my old house, and he was able to get it to me in a good amount of time. So it was like I could vouch, bro. Like, and that's just like one recent thing. Like it's countless times. Like he's a terrible dude, so that checks out for sure. He's not funny in y'all.
I don't know. I just like saying people like smile, making them happy, shit like that. Sometimes it can be a con. But
It's crazy because I swear most of my shoes is his. They really was.
that was-
W
that was-
man.
The next topic is pretty much kind of like really a game, you know, from Black TikTok and stuff like that, Twitter and stuff. But we basically gonna say she or he is a 10 but, and then like usually you would say like
A deal breaker.
yeah, some random shit.
Yeah.
And
A
like
red flag.
Y'all know the game, bro. Don't act stupid.
yeah, it's pretty simple.
Mhm.
Alright, so the first one, a 10 but she's rude to waiters. So I would say it's a 3 because I don't like rude people. Like I guess some waiters be like, you know, on that type of timing, but like still like I just like not give them motherfuckers my money.
Is she rude for no reason, or like she just go ham for every little thing?
Yeah, I don't fuck with her.
She's rude because she's
rude.
like you
can say it in a nicer way, you know.
You know how people be coming crazy at waiters for shit that's out of control.
I say 3 because
I don't care.
You don't really get it?
Okay.
I'll be the nice nigga and be like, look, man, I'm sorry. It's a 10. She's gotta remember, she's a 10. Like, you can't drop her because of that.
Nah, I'm dropping her.
I can't be with you.
I'll give it a 4.
Cause if you
I'm gonna be a little bit nice to her. Cause she's pretty. So.
If you rude to a public servant,
I get you though.
Straight random shit.
Yeah,
I genuinely don't think you a good person. Like,
that's how
I hear you.
A bitch should be bad, but your personality ass, I can't fuck with you.
Yeah, but that's one thing. Waiters, like, if I only gotta worry about her when I'm in a restaurant, like, we're good. I'm not taking you.
I'm just not gonna take out. No, but it do indicate a bigger problem. I get what you're saying.
Because what if it's other certain things she
in a vacuum, yeah.
Which is like she's real ungrateful when it comes to like public service.
I say 6.
Especially when you're getting like they barely making any money themselves, you know.
Yeah.
Like, they barely getting involved. You making it worse.
So
I get it.
If we're putting context in this, then I'll go as low as like 5.
Yeah, I say
6.
That's still 10. Like, bro.
Don't be rude to waiters.
Don't be rude to waiters.
You will be the worst person.
Alright, next one, a 10, but they don't listen to Lil Uzi Vert. We all listen to Lil Uzi Vert.
Okay, does she listen to other like?
To me, she's still a 10.
Does she listen to similar people like Cardi, Chippy?
Word. No, it didn't say that though. It didn't say that. It didn't say that.
But
to me,
what would that be?
I'm gonna say this.
A 9.
I'm gonna say this. She don't like. She like. Cause for example, you can have somebody that don't listen to certain type of artists, but if they can't enjoy it and they saying this shit trash to me, you a 0. If you can't listen to that, if I can't play alt on the Uzi, I mean, if I can't play Uzi on the opposite, it's 0 to me. I'm sorry.
that's funny as hell. Okay.
What y'all thinking?
It don't matter that much to me as long as she's not bothering me about playing it. Like, so
I agree.
You are a little bit less attractive for that though, cause like I've never met a girl that just at least like I met girls who like don't listen to that, but I never met a girl who's like, ew, Uzi, like what the fuck, like you know what I'm saying? Like you a little.
To me, it'd be worse if she was talking about like that section of rap.
Yeah,
that's when I'd be like,
0,
okay, what are you
0 at that?
Where are you getting at?
But
you know?
not if just Uzi 9. Like,
yeah, 9 out of 10.
It doesn't matter to me. Like
yeah, I say 9.
Back in the day, I would have.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a 10 for me.
And I'm like one of the biggest Uzi fans.
Like,
at this point, I just think I am the pickiest nigga out of all y'all niggas. So.
Sure.
Luckily, my girl is a 10.
That was lucky.
And she listens to Uzi.
Yeah.
Alright, a 10, but they have opposite gender best friend. For me,
What do you believe?
Red flag.
For me, I'ma say.
That's too grown, bro.
For me, you get a 0 as well.
What?
Because
Wait, good.
I'm talking.
to me,
You gotta be able to explain.
a 0. Alright, I'll give you a generous 2, because it's like, in my opinion, there's no need for you to have opposite gender best friend.
I don't believe that.
Or whatever in a relationship, because it just don't make sense.
But what if you had the best friend before you got in a relationship?
Like since middle school?
Like yes, or even elementary school, you grew up with that.
But when I say best friend, I mean like they still doing best friend shit with them and like.
What you mean by that? Like it's best.
Why you acting dumb? Cause you know
Exactly.
that.
Because like I have a guy best friend and like and I have a friend. And it's
some
like,
dudes cool with it, some dude.
But I know it's about setting boundaries. That's how it is. Like I've been.
He ain't ever tried to push up.
So you mean
No, never.
Yeah.
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like only opposite sex gender relation like friendship works if like y'all don't find each other attractive. Like if y'all do.
Nah, I'm not saying. Nah,
I
I
feel
don't
like
believe
that's
in
where
that.
it goes wrong.
I think you can find each other attractive. Like you said,
more
you can
time
still
you
be
spend
down
with them, you have
Nah, bro.
It's no,
You know what a lot.
I'm telling you this right now.
You know a lot of problem niggas be in is that you go into a friendship thinking like, yo, I really want this shit to bloom into something else. That's a lot of niggas' problem.
But sometimes
Like you don't want it to stay a friend. Y'all don't want it to stay. That's what I'm saying. Like, if my girl has a boy best friend, first I would like to meet him. You know, like I want at least know how this nigga act. I want to know his personality a little bit.
Because
I want to gauge it. But to me, you could really tell it. But off rip, just a general idea of it.
Yeah, I
give it a 9 or an 8.
I say
it don't really matter to me.
Like I say a 1 because I should be the boy best friend.
Oh,
that's corny.
But we grown.
Exactly, like we grown.
What married people you know still have an opposite gender best
you know what
friend
it is?
or close friends.
They just don't have the label on it, nigga.
Exactly, they just say friends. Like you know that's their closest friends. They're not gonna sit there like 30 something. Oh my god, that's
personally,
you got the label.
I don't know no old people. No married people.
Because they don't say hi, best friend.
Nah, not their best friend, but they don't have people that like they do best friend shit with. It's you and your partner.
There's difference between a best friend and a friend, bro.
But then your partner also.
You could have close friends. What could be like deemed as best friends.
I feel like that's the only exception is if y'all can be friends together. But I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, 95% of people on this earth cannot be friends with the opposite gender without finding them. Without doing no funny shit. Without finding them attractive.
You can find a person attractive, but you can never push up.
I don't believe that.
You believe in that too, right?
I don't know how I feel about it.
You found a friend attractive, but you never gonna push up.
I can't,
right?
You can't
do that.
7 billion people.
Attractiveness and looking good is a different thing to me, though.
I mean, I feel like this all goes to insecurity now.
I could be like a person.
True.
I could be like a person.
And that's true.
I'm not insecure at all. I don't give a fuck what you do, but. It's
so then why you care?
I never been in this situation because when niggas give me, you know, like you're not gonna want a boy best friend, like. But
that's a fair excuse. If you're gonna play both sides and be the boyfriend and the best friend, go for it.
But sometimes it's like sometimes you just want space from somebody, even though you really like them.
I get how I
can't spend all my day with
right
you
now. I'm not toxic. I sound toxic right now. But people
it's
who
the
understand,
guy,
you know. A 10, but they have a racist family.
Wait, say it again? Say it again?
Racist family.
You knew.
Hell no, that's a 0.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm not even trying to compromise here, but context is needed.
I'm gonna give you context.
You only love her.
Cause like, does she take any of that from her family, or is she just like this black sheep?
What you think?
That's why I say, bro, these tweets or like this trend is up for interpretation.
Okay,
not really supposed to
if you're with her, she's the black sheep, right?
That's why you're not supposed to give context. This is just general.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I think
you got to make it up to your own like mind and really think of it like that.
Or what if it's like that one movie?
You
know that one movie where she had mad black boyfriends and they all died in the house.
Get
out.
That's conspiracy to murder.
That's an extreme.
Yeah.
But that whole family was racist.
They were.
They were murderers as well.
They were worse than
the
casual racists. They were worse than that.
That movie was crazy.
That was crazy.
What's that actor? He's the best.
Daniel Kaluuya, something like that.
Yeah, he's one of the best actors right now.
Yeah, he's really good.
Okay.
I'll say 10. I'm not gonna judge her off her family.
Oh,
this nigga
a 10 though? Like nothing. Affects that.
You gotta think about what y'all say here. She's a 10, but her family. Everything that come after that don't got shit to do with her.
Yeah.
That's she grew up in there and like so you don't know what.
But you think somebody? She's not racist.
You think
you don't know what she believes subconsciously.
You think somebody can have a racist?
You said no context.
Have one bit of
no, I'm saying that's up to you. Oh, that's up to. Okay, that's
what I'm saying.
Okay. Everybody has that.
You said no context. The way I'm interpreting it is like she's a black sheep of the fucking family, and that's
the way I interpret it.
Real. That
the way I interpret it.
I feel like you only loving her. You don't have to love her fucking family.
That's
so
true.
you telling me?
But it depends on her opinion, like whether she thinks her family.
Whole family racist, but you're not racist. You don't got
that happens, bro.
Nigga, for me, with my interpretation, it'd be a lot of racist ass people that date outside of their race. It'd be a lot of racist ass.
I have a feeling.
And they do that.
If she says she wasn't racist at all, that's a cap.
Like that's like going against their family.
There we going. Like when they view like dating a black person like as a rebellion or something like that.
It be hella white families that.
Are we bringing in context or not?
It's up to you. I'm bringing in that shit. You don't gotta look at it like that. Like you said, I'm just dating them. That could be your interpretation. That's the only. That's what I'm saying. I'm not even saying your shit wrong. I'm just saying
that's the only way I would do it. Cause like, why would I judge you based off your family? There's things in my family that I don't associate with that at all. Like, you gonna judge me for that? That's just how I feel about it.
But I feel like I feel like the context I should have put in is that they fuck with the family. Because I think there's no way you could be on.
Yeah.
So she's family oriented.
Yeah,
wow, they feel
like she still goes to her mom and
that's a
dad's
zero.
house.
That's a zero. There you go.
Okay, alright. I should have put that. That's my fault.
No, that would have been too much. Everybody would have said.
If she
most people would say 0.
If she texts her mother,
I mean, yeah. Most of us would have.
They're 10, but they don't have their own money.
What you mean?
I'm
Like
not
they gotta
saying-
rely on you a lot?
And
Like
straight man,
financially?
that will always be the situation. So to
honestly, I feel like the way I think is kind of bad because I feel like
if you got money, you want
the way I
to
think is old. Like
Old
I'll
money.
really take care of a girl. Like
Crazy.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I say 10.
Crazy.
You gotta grow up. Bob is a bad.
But it's not even that. But it's not.
Wait, what
even,
you say?
It's not. It's not talking about like full like there has to be a like equal equivalent to me doing that. Like.
see, my shit stems from the fact that I don't even value money like that anyway. So,
I was gonna say
just-
5 because if you're not
Five?
taking care of me, then
Oh yeah, because you're a woman.
No, I'm just saying like
No,
I mean just like
Like
you if you have your own money like
I ain't mean it like
and
that.
I'm doing my own thing, then I don't care whatever your situation is.
You're
You
not
got
getting
nothing to
the
do with me.
birthday.
My own thing.
He's not getting the birthday.
I don't
That's a
want
down
Burger.
payment for a
Give me
house.
food, bro. That's all I care
I'll
about.
probably give it a 7 or a 6. Because at the end of the day, when it comes to relationship, bro, money does impact it. Especially if you want to take it
No,
further.
money really does.
Money really does impact it. And
I'm
sometimes,
gonna tell you my answer.
It's like you want to ignore the money, but money
exactly.
rules the world. So
Especially
it's like,
if you want to take it more seriously.
Can't ignore
I
it.
agree with you. I'm changing.
Like, let's say you want to move in.
So you telling me you won't like fully?
For me, I feel like if you don't have your own money or whatever,
You gotta be
like,
doing something with your life.
It's like how
If you ain't got your own money, I'm not.
I mean,
looking
housewives.
away.
That's
Yeah.
just
How
Word.
are you
But I feel
living?
like
Yeah, she can provide other things and stuff for financial.
like a woman can become a housewife throughout the relationship. I want like as soon as we date, you already a housewife. Like you already got no job in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you're saying like?
I'm saying like if it happens naturally, let's.
If you're with this girl
Mm-hmm.
and like she's a housewife right now, and then like you'll take care of her. Or you
That's
with
gotta
this
be a
girl and she
housewife
has a
to somebody
job.
else.
How can you label yourself a housewife if you don't have a house? Because if you don't got money, you can't have a house.
Exactly.
You
That's why I
a
said to become a
housewife,
housewife, you
gotta
gotta
say your
attach
house.
to
You're
somebody.
just a housewife. That's all it is.
You just stay in the house. You ain't no housewife. You just
House.
If I see anything dirty, I'm being mad as hell.
That's a.
It did.
You in that
True,
the
but
house
yeah.
all day, bro. Well, I'm busting my ass. 63, 63, bro.
Hey.
No.
60.
The last topic,
Negative 30 degrees out
the last topic I said was done, so I'm gonna say this since we're on this topic. What you think about like what you think should be the how you like how people be like
The cutoff.
like 50-50 relationship and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They were talking about like like
Like
for
a
example
50-50 check?
like
We're just 50-50.
do you think that when you got a girlfriend or like wife that like shit should be 50-50 or 60-40 like money wise?
I don't think it's
Like you just say you'll take care of somebody. So I mean, you
I feel like
100% everything.
in my head,
Just
I
like
say that was him.
in my head,
I'm
like,
saying you.
like in my head, in my perfect world, like my perfect life, I would like want for me to pay the utilities, and she pays for the fucking groceries.
So
She's
separate bills like that.
yeah, like you
There's
like
different responsibilities. That's why I would get it, and not at a specific. For me, not
It's
a
like-
specific percentage. Like, I won't.
miscellaneous shit. It's still 50-50
Yeah.
in the mindset because you're still doing your part and she's doing her part.
Yeah,
I was
something
gonna
like
say
that would be like
different
that's
bills,
for me.
not rather like groceries. We gotta go half on it.
Exactly. Like you do your part, I do my part.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about that. I thought about this a lot. Cause like, I be seeing like the dumbass discussions
I hate them discussions.
and on the internet and stuff, and I feel like
I don't agree with anything that niggas be saying.
it's no. Yeah, I don't
No
either.
matter what I see, either.
But like when it comes to the whole 50-50 thing, like even if like you said, like if one person is doing like other shit and handling the financial shit, it's gonna get to a point where like if you're doing more money wise or not, if you're doing more than the other person, you're gonna go resentment for them.
But
Yeah.
but what I'm thinking, it's like
depends
I
on the
don't
standards.
I don't want to fucking go grocery shopping.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to fucking.
Yeah, that's
do
another
my,
thing that you
I don't
want
want
to
to do my laundry.
I want to do my fucking.
One thing people don't take into account is how much value something is to you.
Exactly.
Like, all right, let's say like I'm with my wife, right? And like I'm usually the one paying the bills, right? And then she surprises me with like, I covered all the fucking bills. I'll be like, well, damn, now I gotta make up for it by, you know, going ham on you. So it's like the way you perceive things also contributes as well, because like people got different standards. Like,
and
you can say something that's 50-50.
And it's all about who you actually are too.
Yeah,
It's all about your heart.
It's
like,
about what you value.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I've seen some things that like girls said that they would do for a guy that I perceive as just like,
that's crazy.
I could go without that. But
What about you, the woman in this whole thing?
Well, I'm a firm believer in women like having their own shit and like doing their own part and stuff. So like I said with like Mo, like just having different responsibilities and stuff like that. It's just all about, like, you was correct, like, in the argument factor, it's probably is gonna get, like, brought up, like, oh, but I do this more and I do that more. But I feel like that's a little too complicated to just sit there and, like, break down everything 50-50. And plus, too, like, if y'all have different careers, somebody making more money. Yeah. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like different things. But
that's something you work out with the person.
That's why I say it really
never
relationship
share
like it's really
when you have a house, you don't know how many small jobs need to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so much shit that we don't.
And a lot of
stuff
stuff we don't value, like just taking care of the house that has to be done. Really,
little stuff that you pay for, and you don't even peep that.
That's why I don't think about marriage. Like.
Honestly,
you don't think you're gonna get married, or you just talk about it?
I think I'm gonna get married, but I don't think about marriage.
I don't think I have to be.
That's me. I don't think I have to be married.
I think I eventually get married.
I kind of like the way my parents handle it. Like they've been together for 24 years, not married. They still boyfriend and girlfriend.
But that happens a lot.
It's a paper,
but it's cool. Like they say
there's different cultures that have different.
They say they married
beliefs.
All the time.
Yeah, there's different cultures that have different beliefs of marriage, though. Like a lot of like places outside of the U.S., you don't gotta get married like that. Like it's not no.
It's a traditional thing. Like
yeah, it is a lot.
Like, we get together, we gotta get married. But
that tradition to me is not that like.
You kicking it,
Impressive. For me, it's more like an aesthetic thing. Like we love each other already. Like we essentially like emotionally together.
So you want to tie it down with the ring?
The ring is an accessory. Like
exactly.
This is
so
symbol.
You could do that same stuff.
If get married,
I feel like
if I ever get married, prenup is going crazy.
I was can't get married.
Jeff Bezos wife to
freaking dude getting a prenup.
I probably would not get married, but
I see these two niggas getting married. I can't get married.
Oh,
I'm getting married, bro. I'm getting married.
Jeff Bezos' wife took $48 billion. That's all I'm saying.
You're not Jeff Bezos, bro.
No, but sometimes you might want to secure some of your assets.
He a regular dude.
Okay, but what if he got like
he going to be a regular dude.
What if he got like a
piece of Joe? I mean, hopefully. You know what I mean? No, ain't nothing wrong with being an average Joe.
Me personally, I wouldn't take.
That seems like that's. You don't need no prenup, bro. God damn.
Nah. It doesn't even just have to be assets. It could just be certain written agreements, like you gotta have kids together and all this stuff.
Exactly. I'm
you want to make that agreement known.
That's true. I didn't think about that part too, like the kids and shit, because that shit be getting fucked up.
That shit they get affected.
But that's not something you can.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah, that's not something you can claim custody of before you go into a marriage. That happens like a lot of it afterwards, after you do like evaluations or whatever.
Marriage can get messy, man.
It could get messy.
Don't get married.
Don't
get married.
No.
If you love that woman, you love that dude.
This lawyer and all that. What? No.
Nigga,
do what you want.
Get married, bro.
That's true. Do what you want.
Do what you want.
Yeah, get married or don't.
I say get married only if you're in the military. You get a free house.
And you get bread for the kids,
you get a free house,
bro.
And you get paid like $1,600. And you'll get a Hellcat in the second year. You'll get a Hellcat.
Hopefully you come home and see that.
Damn.
With 2 legs.
The wife finally gonna leave you, nigga. By that time.
The whole time you deployed, she cheated.
I said the last one was kind of goofy. I said a 10, but she has red hair.
0.
3. It's like I don't know, man.
Nah, 0.
So his wife,
like,
I was gonna say, okay, well, I do like females, but I don't find that like a thing.
Y'all know what red
At
hair
all,
is.
like nothing
But you know-
to it.
You know what red hair means, though.
I know it means toxic. You know, I have my red hair face twice.
Right now.
So
It's pink.
So your score should be 0.
I'm
bro.
colorblind.
If you
That
know.
is not pink.
Thank
It's pink, bro. It's the
That
lane.
shit is very perfect.
But
What you wait, what you know?
I feel like it's different between the genders. If it's a female, I don't really mind it. I would say like a 7. If it's a guy having that honey blonde, like, oh, that's like a 3. Please, go away.
I say.
On a serious note, I don't even think of that shit. Like,
I say something.
I don't even. I feel like it's a hair color.
it's a 3,
I was
but
joking.
like I'm just playing with the 3. It could be whatever.
Okay, I'll give it to y'all like this, bro. If it's in high school, 0. Other than that, I don't care. Alright, gang, that's all we got time for. I had a lot of fun with this episode. Claps to Emanie for coming by.
Thank you.
Like I said, there's a lot of new people here, a lot of new subscribers ever since the old station again. So I do a podcast, right? Like my arm reaches out to different crevices. I do a lot of different things. So this is my podcast. Welcome aboard. I appreciate all y'all. And we see you when we see y'all. Peace.
Peace.